It's the Premium Pete Show.
Internets, welcome back to another episode of the Premium Pete Show. Sitting down with a very interesting fella, okay? LES, or is it Brooklyn? Did you be born in Brooklyn?
No, I mean, I was born in Brooklyn.
But too young.
Yeah, I was born just in the hospital in Brooklyn.
Okay, born in the hospital in Brooklyn.
But I lived in Lower East Side.
Lower East Side. Listen,
Chinatown.
Internets, the one and only China Mac, okay?
Whoa.
Now, for people who don't know China Mac, okay, an artist, what
Yes.
else would you consider yourself?
I'm an artist. I'm an actor.
Okay.
I'm
A kid trying to change his life around.
I'm just the fucking best.
Okay, there you go. Listen, before China Mac, because China Mac is your artist name,
Yeah.
right? Did you have any other names that you came up with?
Yeah, I had a bunch of names. Before that, it was GK.
What was that, GK?
Genghis Khan. That was short for Genghis Khan. What else? I had a tagging name. It was SP.
Okay.
What else? I think that's about it.
Why China Mac, though?
Well, I got the name China Mac because there's a gang called Mac Baller Brims, right? And that's a set of Bloods.
Okay.
So when I was in Rikers Island in around 04, when I was in Rikers Island 04, that's when the gang kind of
Sure.
it was new, but it was like it was they were coming up. So I was in a house with all of them. They were the guy that started it was there, and all the people that became the higher ranking
Sure.
members. They were all in the house with me. So I was in C-74
Okay.
adolescence with a lot of them. So they were trying to get me to become Mac Baller, but I never joined Blood.
So you were
gang.
neutral.
I was neutral. But then I was in a gang in Chinatown, right, which was called the Ghost Shadows. But I never believed.
Is that a Chinese? Is that an Asian gang or
a Chinese gang?
Okay, Chinese gang.
So I never believed in like jumping into other things. You know what I mean? And then I never joined that gang. But I fuck with them so hard, and they used to call me They be like, "Yo, that's the Mac. That's the Mac. That's China Mac. That's China Mac. China Mac." So all the Macs that would pull up would be like, "Yo, that's China Mac. That's China Mac. That's China." But I never ran with that name. You know what I mean? That was just a name that they would give me. And then like about like 3 months before I went home, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the music shit. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do the rapping shit. But GK is like, so all throughout that time, my name was GK. So I was like, GK is not really, it don't really got a ring to it. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't have that knock to it. So then I was just like, what name should I use? And I'm just like, and then when somebody was like, somebody was like, yo, China Mac, that's the Mac. And then I'm like, I think that got a ring to it. You know what I mean? So I ran with that name.
What even made you, want to rap? Like, you know what I'm saying? You grow up as an Asian kid, a Chinese kid in Lower East Side in Chinatown.
Yeah.
Right? But what was your inspiration just to hip hop, to rap? Like, what caught your eye? Obviously, and that's one thing, I don't really know any other places besides where I grew up is New York City, and as for yourself. But, your hood and how you roll defines you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of Asian kids that I grew up in Brooklyn, super thorough.
Yeah.
Where some people may not think, like, how did that happen? No, I understand how it happened. The neighborhood.
Yeah.
You grow up in your environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if you're Asian, you're blue, you're green, whatever the fuck you are. But as far as spitting, as far as rapping, as far as hip hop, like, what caught your eye that made you even want to, like, get into that shit?
I was in, like you said, well, before we came in here, you said you was in a lot of group homes and institutions
Sure.
and shit. I was in a lot of them. I started young too. I was like 8 years old in my first spot. And at that time, like you said too, in a prior conversation, there was no Asian kids there. I was like the only one. I never seen another Asian kid with me in prison. I mean, in those juvenile detention centers, until I went to like, Rikers Island.
But hold on one second. I don't mean to cut you off. How is that? Like, and it's funny because, and we'll get into it. Both of us have been away. And I was telling you, I don't remember always seeing a lot of Asian kids locked up.
Yeah.
You've been away longer. You were away for a longer period amount of time than me.
Yeah.
you know how like you away there's like Spanish phone. You know what I'm saying? Then they got the Bloods. You know, it's like you got Muslims. You know what I mean? It's always like a section or of different people. Do you feel like that when you were away, there was a lot of different Asian kids?
No, there wasn't. So let me go back to it, and then we're gonna get into there. So when I was in juvenile detention, there was no Asian kids there whatsoever. Not even one. I never seen not one. So I had to find. And you know, kids are harsh.
Sure.
Kids are tough, especially at that time in like the 80s, the early 90s.
Sure.
Like kids are tough. Kids are harsh. And if they never seen another Asian person, they're attacking me. There's jokes. There's everything. So I had to find a way to connect with them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And we grew up in two different places. Like, you know, I was not in the hood. I grew up in a sheltered Chinese environment. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, even though we were right there, I never even went over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't. So I had to find a way to bridge the gap. And hip hop was that. So then I started listening to hip hop. Then I started rapping, you know what I mean? Just so I could fit in.
Sure.
And then
who were you listening to?
At that time, Coogee Rap, KRS-One,
Teacher,
K Solo, EPMD.
Legendary.
You know what I mean? You from that time.
Smooth
nice and
rap.
smooth.
Yeah.
Nice and smooth was at that time. They was killing it. Bum bum
Yeah.
bum bum. You know
I got
what I'm
a
saying?
funky. Yeah. I mean,
So that was I fell in love with hip hop. I fell in love with it because I was young. I was trying to, you know what I mean, just fit in. But then I listened to the music and it just took me, like, you know what I'm saying? I just fell in love with it immediately, and I just knew that, you know, that would be around in my life for a long time. You know what I mean? And then to go into what you were saying. Now, when I went upstate and I was like, you know, in the jails, like in Rikers Island and all that, there would be Asian kids. But when I was in juvenile, there was a lot more. Like, no, not juvenile. Yeah, when I was in like C-74, Rikers Island, there was a lot more. But a lot of times they wouldn't touch the phone. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be allowed to touch the phone.
no 6 minutes.
They would only get 6 minutes, and then they would have to give the rest of their calls up. You know what I'm saying? They were getting taken advantage of. I was never really with it. I was never with it. You know what I'm saying? So I will always like create the situation for us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I would get cool with the police. Like, yo, what's up? Yo, pull up the Asian kid. Pull up. Anytime an Asian kid would pull up, would come to the house. You know what I'm saying? And then I would just make sure. I felt like it was my duty to make sure we aight, because there's only like a couple of us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So somebody has to make sure we aight. So I used to always, you know, try to do that, and that's how it was. So even if I went to a spot and there wasn't no Asian phone, there was never an Asian phone, because, you know what I mean?
The population wasn't big enough to demand
but
it.
if I'm in the spot, like, and if there's another Asian person there, there's some Asian people there, he's getting on the phone.
We need a slot for
we
sure.
need something. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
You know, it's funny because off air we were talking about it's not only about Asians. Like, even like I remember like when I would go when I was away, you know, if I seen somebody from Brooklyn or just New York City in general, I would make sure that they were okay. I had a lot of kids that came in that were struggling. Every commissary I went and bought the most soap I could buy. By the time I, you know, got transferred to Marcy and Greenhaven and et cetera, I had 20 plus soaps with me. And if a kid came in that didn't have nothing, okay, I hit him with a soap. And I had all the flavor soaps. Okay, the Oil of Olay, the Irish Spring.
Okay.
And I had the Irish Spring. I had the Ocean joint, the blue one and the green one.
So the Ocean Spray, the mist.
Yes. And
talk your soap shit, bro. Talk your soap
Dial.
shit.
Come on, Dial. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Dial, Dove, Oil of Olay, Irish Spring, Lever 2000.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I would hit somebody off. So I guess what I'm saying is like, even though to me jail is a solo place, it's also a place you look out for other people. You know, like people you from Brooklyn, like you could just connect from being from Brooklyn. Like, oh, you from Brooklyn? Oh, okay, I'm from Brooklyn. Oh, that's the dude from, you know what I mean? As long as nobody's out of pocket, nobody's gambling, doing drugs, any type of other activities that you don't want to be involved in. You know what I'm saying? people. Anyway, I just I'm glad that you looked out for people like that.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, though. That's compassion. That's fucking being a human being, even in the worst of places.
Sure.
I think when you experience shit like that, like places where you think like, damn, it must be miserable in there. Like people, we come together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just our nature.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So if we go in a spot and it's like, we look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people that have never been to prison, they look at it like, or everybody's out for, like, everybody's like, after each other and everything is like savage shit, but it's really not. You walk in the spot, and especially if you're young, you know what I mean? Like if you're from Brooklyn, all of Brooklyn is like a gang in itself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Brooklyn always look out for Brooklyn. It don't even matter. Like Brooklyn always has their own. Brooklyn is the only borough I know that always had their own phone. That's the Brooklyn phone. That's the Brooklyn Wait Court. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but shit like that, like, and that's the beauty of, just being human beings. Like, you know what I'm saying? We look out for each other, and we try to, find some type of, common ground so we can, you know what I mean?
Sure, there's a lot of talent. I say this all the time on some of my episodes, but there's a lot of talented individuals in jail, man.
Yeah.
I used to even try to give somebody a chance to even make some money or make some food, hit them off with some stuff. Like drawers, I used to send home my mother a handkerchief.
And they'd be nice. Some of them be nice.
Dudes write, a little teddy bear, I love you, mom, on a handkerchief. Send that home to mom and get them straight. They on their hustle. But not even that. Let's get to some other things. You mentioned being in a juvenile home at 8 years old. That is very uncommon for an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Most kids 8 years old want to go to Toys R Us. I mean, rest in peace to Toys R Us.
Rest in peace. R.I.P. Yo,
Yeah.
Toys R Us is dead.
Well,
it's
yeah,
over?
no more. Yeah, no more Toys R Us.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Toys R Us was big.
You know why? I'm tight with.
So where do kids get toys from now?
Amazon, man.
Walmart. Oh my God, Walmart. There's no even Walmart in New York City.
I mean, Target.
They got toys in Target.
Yeah,
That's right.
They got a couple of hours, but it's man.
It's nothing like Toys R Us, bro.
It's the experience.
How about Schwartz? The
FAO Schwartz.
Yeah, is that?
I can never really afford shit like that.
Yeah.
That was real bougie toys.
Yeah, that's bougie shit.
But they did have some fun toys.
Did
in
they?
there.
Yeah.
They had like a.
In Christmas, they would
Yeah.
have like the whole like.
Yeah. There was some special shit. Man. I like that place. And FAO Schwartz, I'm sure if anybody lives in New York or been in New York back in the day, that was it was uptown.
So that's gone.
I don't even know anymore if that's gone.
I never bought a toy. I never got a toy from there. But I used to, like, my mom used to just walk me in there like, all right, look around, but you're not getting nothing.
Yeah. Yo, you mentioned that you were in a gang called what's the name of the gang?
Ghost Shadows.
Ghost Shadows. Now that you said is a Chinese gang.
Yeah.
Right? How does, like, okay, I'm Italian, right? They talk about they burn a saint in your hand and you're supposed to, go on the oath and loyalty and omertha, which means you don't say fucking nothing.
Yeah. Is that real?
And supposedly,
Is that real?
I mean, supposedly I hear that you have to clip somebody to become a made guy. I'm sure you heard all this.
Yeah.
What is the initiation to, or what is the rules to get into the, what's the name?
Ghost Shadows.
Ghost Shadows gang.
I mean, there is a ritual, right? So it's basically, you swear brotherhood into it, and then, some rituals are different than others, but chickens are involved, snakes are involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends what ritual they do, but
So you have to eat a chicken?
They'll cut the blood.
Oh, okay.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have to drink from that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Like snake, you know what I mean? They cut the snake blood. And then, whoever's in your, like, in your class, I guess, like whoever's being sworn in with you, that's your brothers. And then that's your, you go through the ritual in front of Buddha. Like, you know what I mean? There's a ritual like that. So, yeah, there was definitely a ritual.
Did you want to be in the gang?
Yeah, and there was nothing I wanted more.
But why?
I wanted,
now, is it because? I mean, you tell me. Is it because I remember hearing that your father was in one?
Yeah, my father was in one.
But is that the reason?
I mean, grew up around it. You know what I mean? And then, like, when you're a kid, man, you just you fucking you buy into certain shit that, you know what I mean? Because my family structure wasn't right. So I was looking for something, right? So looking to fit in was like, you know, the underlying theme of my life for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because I always, even from when I was a family, my father wasn't there. So I always felt he was there, but he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was always away. So I felt like, I didn't feel like I was accepted. You know what I mean? So I always wanted I wanted that, like, you know, acceptance. And I seen he was in the gang, and, you know, I joined another gang. I joined the rival gang because, you know, he did some shit that wasn't no good. And that put us in a situation. And I seen it. I seen how like the people that used to show us so much love, it switched. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really didn't understand what he did at the time, but I saw the switch. And I saw, and my mom used to just talk shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, she hated him. So that I hated him. I really didn't understand why I hated him, but I hated him. And then so I was like, you know what? He was in that gang. I'm gonna join this gang. And, you know, and in my childish mind, I thought, like, you know, I'm fucking like doing like the most
A heroic thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But in actuality, I was just doing some more dumb shit.
Do you feel like if Pops was in your life, that maybe you wouldn't have been such a troublesome kid?
Well, I was troublesome. Like, that was just my nature.
Yeah.
I was just, you know what I mean? I was a bad kid.
But did you react from not having a father around, you think?
I think some kids are just naturally bad. Not saying bad, but just naturally, like, you know, energetic in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was just energetic in the wrong way. I just wanted attention all the time. Like, I would just act up, and I was like that. You know what I mean? I was a problematic kid.
You didn't have any uncles or anybody that like, you know, kind of like something like a grandfather that would calm you down, or, you know what I mean? Like somebody that you would.
Yeah, but I was bad, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was bad. You know, I was a handful.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was just like, you know, so my pops wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was living with my mom and we was in the house together. Even when he was there, he wasn't there. So it was really left to my mom's, and the family didn't really want my mom's to have a kid at that time because she was young. She was like 17, 18. So they was just like, yo, you're going to have to handle that on your own. You know what I'm saying? So I was really never with my father. I was really never with my mother because my mother had to work, and she would just leave me in places. Like, you know, people to watch me, houses and shit. And I didn't understand what she was doing, but then I used to always act up because I knew when I acted up, they would make that phone call. My mom would have to come pick me up. You know what I'm saying? So I used to just do it all the time because I want to be with my mom. I don't want to be over here with these fucking people. Who the fuck are they? So I used to just act up just so I can get my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Your father is still alive?
I don't know. I believe so.
Do you know the last time you seen him?
I was a kid. Yeah, I was a kid.
You know where he is?
Nah.
No, I mean, actually, like, honestly, like, you know, and maybe some people who you sit down with, maybe, you know, wouldn't want to. I care. I'm really, like, you know, I'm a separated father. I try to be in my kid's life the most, you know, I can. I believe in the presence is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know, people try to buy it, you know. But anyway, would you ever like to, like, talk to him or like sit with him one day or tell him, like, yo, anything? Like, is that something that, like, you know, do you feel like you need closure or anything? Like, on some real shit.
Well, all right, hold on. So, I said I ain't seen him since I was a kid. That's a lie. I seen him in jail, right? He came to visit me one time. And this is after like mad long, right? He came to visit me and shit. And I hated him for a long time, right? And I had ample reason, you know? I felt like he fucking did some bullshit and he left us for dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for the mercy of the people that he did this shit to, you know, me and my mother could have been dead. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't think about that at all. He didn't think about us.
Sure.
So when I grew older, I'm like, you ain't think about us. You just did that shit. So fuck you. Like, eat a dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about you. Like, I don't want to see you. I don't give a fuck. So he came to visit me, and then they told me his name. So they was like, I was like, well, I took the visit. You know what I'm saying? I was about to walk away from this shit, but I took that. I was like, let me just hear what the fuck he got to say. So I seen him, and he just looked he looked sorry. He just looked. He looked like, you know what I mean. I felt sorry for him. You know what I mean. So I forgave him, which I didn't think I was gonna do. I forgave him, but there's nothing else after that.
And nothing. Yeah.
Because, at the end of the day, man, like, he's a rat, bro. Like, he did shit he wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't condone that. I don't care if you, my father or anybody, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a dub. You know what I mean? But
I get it.
not even did you just do that, but you left us for dead.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Not even
put you at risk.
You put us at risk. So it just shows what type of human being you are.
Sure.
It just shows not only do you have no fucking loyalty to the people that you're supposed to be loyal to, but you're not loyal to your family. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not loyal to your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, there wasn't nothing. It wasn't like, all right, let me do this shit and let me fucking bring my son with me because I want to be. It wasn't that. You did it solely for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, I seen him, boom, I gave him a hug, whatever, but there would be nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You spoke about being in juvenile young age. You did a total of what, 11 years?
I did like 10 and a half straight.
10 and a half straight. What was, well, start from the juvenile. What put you in like juveniles? What put you in what put you in prison?
My first juvenile shit, what started me in juvenile, I caught a case. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I was 8 years old. I caught a case, some dumb shit. We robbed some dumb shit. And then they arrested me, but then they brought me back home. But then from there, I was a part of the state now. They had a case filed. The people would come to my house and, like, make sure everything is okay. Your DFI shit, they would just look at shit. And then one day, my mom's, like, she hit me with a hanger or some shit. And I went to school. I was so mad. And I'm like, look, my mom's hit me. And they took me after that. So once they took me, then fucking I went through the foster, like, the group home shit. Then I went back home and then I caught another case. And then fucking I was just in and out that shit. After that, it was just in and out, in and out, in and out. I was always in and out. Like, either I'm catching cases, I'm catching fucking violations or whatever the fuck. I was always in and out that shit.
And when you got older and caught the bigger case, what was that about?
I shot somebody.
Is there a reason why?
I mean, yeah, there was a reason, but it wasn't.
I mean, there's always got to be a reason to shoot somebody, right? I'm just saying, but is it something you think that you could have, like, got away from?
What meaning?
I mean, look, whatever you don't want to talk about, we don't have to talk about. But wasn't it this dude from Ruff Ryders? I heard.
Yeah.
Why him out of all people?
Well, I didn't shoot him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You ever seen him again?
I did see him. Yeah, I saw him.
And what did he say to you?
He was just, are we good? I'm like, yeah, we good. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no beef with him, man. Like,
so, but you didn't shoot him, right?
I didn't shoot him.
Or somebody else?
It was a man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I don't really want to talk because I talked about it already. Like, I don't want that shit to be,
Yeah, and I get it.
But it's not like a, you know what I mean? But I did that shit. I don't regret it in the sense like that because I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got opportunities from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't regret it in the sense that, like, oh, damn, it ruined my life, which it did put a lot of damps in my life.
But you lost a lot of time.
I lost a lot of time because of that. And also I hurt somebody behind that for some dumb shit. It wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? I could have took his life. You know what I mean? I changed his life drastically. You know what I'm saying? I changed a few people's lives drastically just off of that one fucking decision, which wasn't necessary. You know what I'm saying? Which, was just stupid. You know what I mean?
God must have been on your side too, because I remember reading something about you where the gun cocked.
Yeah.
Where I guess the kid could have, he could have died.
The bullet got stuck.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to fucking readjust the shit and shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse.
It could have been really worse.
We would have not been here right now. So we would not be heading to Wohop after this. You know what I mean?
Definitely no wool hop.
You know.
we be going to fucking, what time is it? We be going to Chow.
Going to Chow on the Chow on the Chow. This is a big question right here. You feel like you're institutionalized?
In a sense of, how?
In jail.
Like,
Meaning,
no, I know what that means.
Okay.
But like, so what is institutionalized?
It's a great question. Do you feel like
do I walk on the right side of the hallway all the time? Like,
is your mindset still so focused around prison? Is it hard for you to adapt to the regular life?
I don't think so. You know what I mean?
Because I want to let you know this, and this is coming from someone who's been away. Even though you had your issues and you've been through trouble, you are worth it to stay home.
Yeah.
You are worth it to pursue a rap career. You are worth it to open up a business, be an entrepreneur. Your past will define your future, but it doesn't have to always define everything about it. And when I say define, I mean like you're still on parole right now, right?
Yeah.
Because of the choices you made before. I said it the other day, and I mean this, not just for me, for everybody like you. I want people to come home and stay home. Because even though, and you understand this, and anybody listening will understand, when you're in jail, you don't talk about like, how much time you have. Like, say if you only have a year, you don't tell a person who's got 25 years to do, I only got a year. You don't talk about that. But real talk, fuck that shit. An hour is a long time.
No, that's a fact.
We giving your time away. But I will say this. A lot of people don't come home and stay home. And you understand this because you came home, you just went back.
Yeah.
How long are you home now?
Like 3 months.
See what I'm saying? I want you to, I'm not sitting here trying to be no fucking preacher. Okay? I've been where you've been. I just want you to, it's not only about this podcast. I want you to understand that you're worth it to stay home. Ain't nothing good. Fuck jail. Like if you could find something, I would love to see you find through artistry, through entrepreneurship, through acting. I know you're doing a web series called. What's the web series called?
It's called Respect Life. And also, I can't say it.
Okay,
but I'm in a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming soon. It's coming
soon.
The internet's to follow you on social and see what the fuck you're talking about when that time is. But you're in a web series called, what's it called again?
Respect Life.
And that's on YouTube?
Yes, it is.
Okay, nice. How'd you get into that?
They found me. They at first they was trying to just get some music for the web series, and then they was like, hey, I was locked up at the time, and then they reached out to my people, and they like, yo, when does he come home? And at that time, I had maybe 4 or 5 months left, and they was like, yo, when he comes home, we would like to put him on the web series and shit. And at that time, it was Money and Violence. You remember that?
Yeah, Money and Violence, sure. Miz and
Money and Violence
Rafe
was the big thing. But then when they faded out, Respect Life came and took over. Respect Life is the biggest thing. I mean, biggest web series out there.
Sure. You like doing it? You like acting?
I love acting. You know what I'm saying? I love acting. I really think that I'm gonna get a role in Power.
Really? Look at you. Get the strap. 50.
Yeah,
what's
50.
What's the story with your tooth?
So I got my tooth knocked out when I was in Rikers Island by police. I got into a fight with the police officer, with a correctional officer, because he put his hands on me, and then I fucking punched him in his mouth. I started beating him up, and then the police, the squad came, and they fucked me up. They they hog-tied me, and they walkie-talked me. They was hitting me with the walkie-talkie.
Yep.
And then my face was all swollen, and my tooth got knocked out. So
you don't want to get it fixed?
Here's the thing. I went to the box, and then from the box, they gave me when I went to the doctor, they gave me the flipper. So I had the flipper for 2.5, 3 years. And I was so vain. My appearance was I felt that defined me. You know what I'm saying? I felt you know what I mean? My appearance, I always was worried about how people would look at me and shit like that. So when they took my tooth, I was distraught. I was like, I need the fucking flipper. I was on them, writing every fucking letter like, I need a fucking flipper. I need a flip. I need the tooth, whatever the fuck that shit is
Chip
called.
Toot Mac in the building.
So then, and I wouldn't go on visits. Like my people would come.
No VI?
I dubbed the visit, and I kept on writing the fucking dentist like, I need this shit in my mouth. So I finally got it. I went back to population. So I went to prison. Like people would know me. I was in jail with somebody, like for people for like 2-3 years. They wouldn't know that I had a fake tooth. You know what I mean? Because I was like really, I would eat with that shit. I would sleep with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want, when I wake up and they do the fucking count, I didn't want the officer to see me with a missing tooth. You know, I was really fucking vain about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, and it was crazy because I was in Sing Sing, and HBO had came in that they was doing a documentary about the prison, about the college program in prison, and at that time I was in the college program, so they picked me to do an interview, and they picked me to do a poem. So I'm like, I'm hype about that shit. I'm about to be in HBO. So I go in my cell. And I'm over, listening to my music. I got some food. I'm eating my food. I bite into some shit, and the fucking tooth breaks. The flipper shit, it breaks. I got HBO the next day. Mind you, I sleep with this shit. I don't want the officer seeing me with my tooth like that. So I'm gonna be on TV with this shit. I was like, oh shit, all night. I'm burning this shit with a lighter, trying to glue this shit. I got fucking super glue trying to put that shit was not working. That was a dub. So I was walking to the school building in the morning. I'm so distraught. My mom was so fucked up. I'm like, damn. So people would talk to me. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I walk like, I be talking and shit. People, the whole class, like the whole time I was talking like this, boom, boom, yo, what's up, boom, keeping my head down and shit. Then I did the HBO shit, and I did the whole time. I had the shit. I had my upper lip tucked. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to hide it the whole time. I did the interview. I did that. Nobody kind of said anything to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, oh man, this is crazy. So I'm walking back to my house, and my man was talking to me, and we're talking the whole time, and he acted like he didn't notice my tooth was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking, and then like, when we was about to split, he was like, yo, he gave me £1. He gave me a hug, and he brought me in. He like, yo, bro, listen, whoever matters, they love you already. You know what I'm saying? And whoever don't, doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? So he was like, my scar, your missing tooth, don't matter, bro. They love you. Love. You know what I'm saying? The people that matter love you already. So when he told me that shit, I was just like, I gave him £1. I went to my cell, and I'm just thinking like, damn, well, you know what I'm saying? And then I realized how vain I was, how like this, like that shit had me like going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 days later, I went to the box, right? I went to the box. There was some cell phone shit. So they picked me up. They took me. I went to the box. I was in the box. And so, when I was in the box, I never asked them for the flipper shit, because I was just like, I'm in my cell, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It was a new environment now, new officers, new everything. So their first time seeing me is me with a missing tooth. So I didn't feel compelled to like hide my shit anymore. So I did like about a year, you know what I'm saying, in the box, and then fucking I never got the tooth. And then when I went to population, I didn't put the tooth in, because I've realized like that don't make me. You know what I'm saying? My tooth don't make me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever flaws you have, that don't make you or don't break you. You know what I'm saying? It's you. It's about you. You know what I'm saying? So what he said when he told me that, yo, the people that matter, they love you already, I took that shit to heart. Because I'm like, all right, fuck it. If they don't fuck with me because of my tooth, they don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I just went to population, like, whatever, fuck it, I had a missing tooth. You know what I'm saying? And then I was, in my mind, I'm like, all right, when I go home, I'm going to fix my shit. Or right before, I'll fix my shit. And then my bro was like, yo, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Leave that shit like that. So when I went home, I'm like, yo, but I'm going to be a rapper. I'm about to do this rapping shit. So he was like, yo, listen, you know. So I thought about that shit, like, yo, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want the people to take me for me. I don't want them to take a fake version of me. I don't want them to see somebody that's made up and that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I want to come out and be me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I have a missing tooth. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to prove to myself that, you know, I can do it however the fuck I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to comply to anybody fucking judgments or anybody's fucking rules or anybody's whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I want to come out and be a missing tooth rapper, I could fucking do that. So I came out here and I said, fuck that shit. I mean, for a flipper, it was like they would have gave it to me for free. You know what I'm saying? I definitely didn't want to do that. And for a band, for $1,000, I could have got this shit. I could have been got it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't spend a band, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I could have been got it. But my decision was like, all right, they're going to take me for what it is. They're going to take me for me. And so eventually, like, I am going to fix it. But, you know, it was really just a testament to, like, you know, me just overcoming my biggest fucking, you know, my biggest thing, my being so vain and being so, like, you know. So it was basically just to teach myself a lesson and just humble myself and just to get my shit, like, understand what's really important.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's amazing how a tooth could, you know, something like that could really take over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing that, you know, one thing I want to understand, you know, I grew up, obviously I was telling you Italian, grew up in Brooklyn, Coney Island. You know, I grew up around a lot of the, you know, street shit, but more important, I grew up around a lot of mafia shit.
Yeah.
It's funny sitting down talking to you because I don't know anything about no, you know, Chinese or Asian gangs. You know, we spoke before about, like, how, you know, the initiation and all that. But even like something like, you know, where they call, what's it called, Ghost Shadow?
Yeah.
Ghost Shadow. Like they say is like one of the most, people have considered one of the most violent Chinese gangs, you know? What is even, you know, and it's funny because before we came in, I was asking you about, like, Rush Hour, like where they say the triads with Ricky Tan and all that shit. That all exists, like the triads and all these, and what is their purpose? Like, I'll give you my example. Mafia shit.
It was like that.
Waste management, you know what I mean? Bookies, you know what I mean? Loan sharking. Like, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in its own, but it was kind of, it's organized like the mafioso, like it's more organized like that.
Sure.
So, like, you know, basically, like the Italians, you know what I mean? The Chinese came here and, you know, they governed themselves, like, because the Chinese people they didn't believe in going to the police and they didn't believe in going to the Guaylo, which is the Americans, like the white people and shit. And they meant they're insular people. So they had to have, you know, their own governing system. You know what I'm saying? So when they came over here, people took them those positions. You know what I'm saying? They would make sure that, you know, and then those people eventually start taking advantage of the people. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the gangs came in. You know what I'm saying? Because you had, like, the fucking, the people that controlled shit.
Sure.
And then they wouldn't need the gangs to enforce the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? The gangs were the enforcers for the people that, you know.
So what about, like, you know, the Italians have, like, a boss, underboss, the consigliere. I mean, the consigliere and the capo. You know, what do gangs like that have? They have, like, a boss?
Yeah, they have the same shit. Like,
really?
You know, like, they call them horses and fucking the bosses, the horses, like chess pieces and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, see, man, I would never even fucking know this. You know what, Internet? We're sitting here with the one and only China Mac, okay? Chinatown's finest, LES's finest.
Yeah.
He's had a trouble past, but he's got bars. Besides that, he's going to stay home. We're talking about coming home and staying home. He has a historic history of, you know, doing a bunch of crazy shit. But I'm telling you, this motherfucker about to change his life around, okay? We're going to come back. We're going to talk more about the music, talk about a bunch of shit. Internet, don't go nowhere. Cheers.
Yo, this is Tax Stone, and I'm on the Premium Peter Show, and we stacking, macking, and relaxing. Make sure you niggas listen to my podcast before you turn on Premium Peters. Thank you.
Internet, and we're back. Sitting here with China Mac. You know, listen, we're going over the story. We're going over your journey You know, we spoke before about rapping, about hip hop, about being inspired by certain artists. What if somebody said, "What is China Mac like? What is China Mac rapping about?" What would be your response?
Well, I mean, I rap about. I'm big on energy. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, a lot of my stuff is really angry. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot of anger in me, and I have to find a way to, like, you know what I mean, put it out. You know what I mean? What's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, like release.
Yeah, I have to find a way to release it, and it can't be the way that I'm used to releasing it. So music is my way to release it. So a lot of times I go in the booth or I start writing, and it's just really angry because that's what is in me. You know what I mean? And that's what I have to release through my music. So a lot of times it's really angry. It's really like just dark and really like just talking about the stuff that I've been through and just trying to, like, just express it in a way so it doesn't go. I don't express it in another way. But I've been doing this for a while, and I've been I'm starting to switch it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So now it's more than just releasing my anger, which a lot of my music is still like that because, that's just what I do. But then I haven't released anything like that, but I've been doing more like getting more artistic with it and just like, just having more of a round, like, arsenal versus just like, but what people know me for is like the New York grimy, like the New York
Sure.
boom bap type of sound. But I've been doing, I'm an artist. So I gotta find different ways to express, like, different beats and different topics to go off of, and I've just been doing that.
You have a label called Red Money Records.
That's a fact.
What the fuck is Red Money Records?
Red Money Records is, I'm Asian, I'm Chinese, and red is a big part of our culture. A lot of people think it's blood. A lot of people think I'm blood. You know what I mean? Still to this day, a lot of people think I'm blood. I'm not blood. I was never blood. Red is big in our culture. Red means royalty. Red means good luck. You know what I mean? Red.
Those Chinese envelopes?
Yeah, it's red.
What's that about?
That's good. That's lucky money. You know what I mean? It's Hong Qin, like Hong in Chinese. Hong is red, right? And it's also luck, like good luck, right? So red in Chinese is good luck. So on Chinese New Year, when the New Year comes, you bring it in by giving out lucky money, red money. So the envelope is red, and it's like, brand new bills. And I'll give you money, and it's me wishing you luck, me bringing you luck. You know what I mean? And then we just give it around. So that's where I got the premise, the whole theme for my label, Red Money Records.
So what could people expect? Like, meaning, like, you're home now, and hopefully I'm praying that you stay the fuck home.
I will.
And, continue with your artistry.
Yes.
What else? Like, is there something else you want to get in? Like, why only? And I'm not saying why only, because you may want to do something, but why just music, or you want?
Well, music is just what is it's like my set it off shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's because without the music, people really wouldn't. I'm coming in with the music because that's my passion, because I know I can. But I'm not trying to do music for, a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, music is just what I know can set me apart from everybody else. And then, when I go in, I'll just find other opportunities that come. And, like you said, when the ocean is there, I'm going to jump in it.
Yeah, because you know what? Next year, that ocean may not be available to you.
Those are wise. That's wise, bro. I think I'm gonna post that on my gram tomorrow or something.
No problem. Let them know. Tell all the
that it was you.
The fine Asian honeys that follow you.
Shout out to all the fine Asian squalors.
Any one of those girls that fix her hair with one of them chopsticks.
You like that?
She put the scrunchie in.
We gonna get you one.
Yo, so Red Money Records, the artistry, working on a bunch of things, acting.
I have a new EP coming out. First, I have a mixtape coming out. It's called Crown Me. That'll be coming out soon. That's just like, it's a precursor to my EP, which I have with my brother G's Gasoline, who's actually here right now. Me and him is coming out with an EP together called Mac and G's, not Mac and Cheese.
Mac and G's.
Mac and G's, not Mac and Cheese, but we got shells.
I like that. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So he was actually a person that I did the song Mac Talk with, where we got arrested on a rooftop. I don't know, did you see that?
No.
Yeah, we was all over the news. We made fucking headlines and
Really?
shit. Yeah, we got
What
arrested.
the fuck's the matter with me?
I don't know.
Where can people see it? On YouTube?
On YouTube, it's called Mac Talk. We have an EP coming out called Mac and G's, and it's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's a dope project. I'm not just saying that because it's me, but I am saying that because of me. But I'm not just saying it because it's me. Does that make sense?
No, I get it. You know, as a young kid, did you envision your life to be like this right now?
I always knew for some reason that I'd be doing the music shit. You know what I'm saying? I always saw myself as a star. I don't know. I always saw myself as a star. I was like, nobody else saw it, but I saw it. You know what I mean?
Do you think that you could survive out here without getting in trouble? Like without breaking the law? Without
I don't break the law,
No,
yo.
I know, but
Pete,
you ever
stop.
feel-
Now I'm getting loud.
Hold on. You ever feel like, because I felt like this, I'm being dead serious. I felt like this at one point in time that I couldn't, I've somehow will always find myself in trouble.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like people, like, it's like, here's the thing, right? And I mean this wholeheartedly. I remember a time where I was saying to myself, if you've never been away before, you don't know what it takes to stay from going back. Like people think, like people who never been away, it's like, they're not like, it's hard to stay out of prison.
Pete. You know that.
You know,
I mean, it's not easy.
You could get caught up right
for
quick.
some dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me talk about this then, since you're bringing this up. I got arrested on a rooftop for shooting a music video. That situation, because I was on parole, everybody else went home. I could have did a year for that. I beat that shit. I beat the case because it was bullshit case, and I beat the parole violation. I came home. Bow. Right. 2 weeks later, I asked my parole officer for permission to go to Texas, to South by Southwest. They grant me. They let me go. I go to South by Southwest. I'm there for a week. The last day, the day I'm supposed to go home, I get fucking arrested for stealing from a bum. I didn't steal shit from the bum, but, you know, I put some money in this shit. I put $10 in this shit. He was supposed to say something from my Instagram. He didn't say it. Instead, he said, fuck this Chinese motherfucker. I'm just going to take the money. And I reached in the bucket and I threw the money in the air. The money that I put in his bucket. I put it in the air. I threw it in the air. Like, fuck you. Put it in the air. Police saw me. They arrested me. And they gave me a felony for that shit. So I was in Texas fighting a felony. I could have sat there for a whole fucking year. But God was by my side. And I beat that shit within a month. I came home. And I beat the parole shit. You know what I mean? And I understand what you're saying, bro. It's not easy, man, especially when you got all these fucking strikes against you, when the government, like, you know, the system, they already have you painted and pegged as a fucking, you know, a fuck up, you know what I mean? But thank you, man. I'm definitely, I know, like, you know, details are very important, and I have to be very careful because I'm walking on eggshells, you know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely focused on staying my fucking yellow ass outside.
You speak Chinese?
Yes, I do.
You never lost it, you know?
I mean, I never lost it, but it's not fucking, you know, it's not 100%.
Okay. Did you ever rap in Chinese?
I haven't. I need to learn though, because that's where the guapo is.
That would have been sick. You know, it'd be sick if you do I don't even want to say.
I need a Chinese ghostwriter. Like I don't listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I write my own shit, but when it comes to Chinese,
how do you write your shit?
It's Chinese.
How do you write your shit?
What?
You do write it in your phone? You write it on a paper?
I write it on my phone.
And where? Like you go in the studio? Is it late at night? Is it when you're thinking?
Yeah, I write it. I have really bad memory, so it's like I write it and fucking I need my phone. And, you know what I mean? But I write it late at night. I write it daytime, whatever. I don't smoke. I don't use no drugs. I don't really drink like that. So I just operate right off of, you know, I operate off of energy. Like certain times of the day, it just depends on the beat and it depends on how I feel. You know what I mean? Sometimes it pours out and sometimes it takes a long time. So That's my process.
Hey, listen, man. You know, the process is something special. You know, but the process is also something that you need to stick to. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is like, if you got a chance to do something you love, don't fuck that shit up.
No, you're right.
I don't want to see no China. I'm not trying to be no big brother here or no fucking preacher, no fucking reverend. Shouts to reverend, but you know, look now.
Shout out to Clefto Dollar.
Yeah, of course, that's Creflo Dollar.
Yeah.
What about?
what was this?
well,
What was that?
you know, prayers up. What about? Is there a certain special Chinese dish that you fuck with?
Yo, I love Chinese food. My favorite food. When I was in prison, the most worst thing besides pussy was Chinese food. I couldn't eat what the fuck like Chinese food, bro. But let's see. Breakfast, I love fucking Dan Tat. That's the egg custard.
Yep.
My
okay.
shit. Do you know about that?
I heard of it.
Come on. We
I've
gotta.
had it.
You next
You can
time
put
you
me
back
on.
out here,
You can put me.
you have to call me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We have to take my number, and
Sure,
it has
for
to be
sure.
the right number. Don't give me the wrong number.
No, get out of here.
Come on. All right.
Yeah,
And
go
then
ahead.
Fucking the roast pork bun.
Okay.
You know about that?
Yeah, of course that I know about. A lot of people leave the paper, and around
Nah,
it.
no, you gotta take the paper off.
Okay.
That's
I'm not
fucking
eating the
crazy.
paper though.
Yeah, what the fuck? You 5? So fucking the roast pork bun. I fucking love fish. You know what I'm saying? So steamed fish with the ginger. I love that. Sea bass. That's my thing, man. Like, seafood. Shit like that.
Is mom proud of you today?
She is, but you know what I mean? She's proud of me, but she's still like, because I haven't brought the bag home yet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I need to bring the bag home for her
To
know
show her that you
that this is like serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she sees me working, but she knows that, at any moment I could do some dumb shit. So she's like, but she is proud of me. You know what I'm saying? I saw her yesterday. I mean, I saw her this morning. I love her. You know what I'm saying? That's, but I'm just working hard so I can, the other day on my Instagram, I said, ask me some questions, and somebody asked me what would be what's the biggest thing for you? What was your dream? If you had one thing, what would it be? And I said that for my mother, for me to be able to show my mother like that I'm truly successful, you know what I'm saying? Which has money involved because, but and that's real because the last thing I want to do is put my mom through so much pain and heartache and heartbreak, and for her to go while I'm still in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? I would want her to go knowing that I'm good now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the thing too. People get locked up. They don't realize that they take the people away with them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they
That's
think
real
like
shit.
they're going to do the bid, but the other people got to worry about
Yeah.
you. Kids.
And they
could be
got a
without
worse
you.
bit. They got a harder bit because they have to. Their emotions are in it, and they can't do nothing, and they feel like they're at fucking fault for this shit, and then they have to, struggle, bring you fucking shit, and that whole shit, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Shout out to all the fathers out there. Shout out to all the wives out there that has people that's gone away and that are sticking by them and that are doing the time with them. Shout out to y'all, because a lot of times y'all don't get the credit that y'all deserve. That shit is hard shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, man.
What's next for China Mac, man?
I have an EP coming out called Mac and G's.
Yep, we spoke about that. What
I
else
have
we
a
got?
fucking I have a mixtape coming out called Crown Me. I have videos out on YouTube. I have a single called Run That Back featuring Snap Dogg, G's Gasoline. It's gonna be so lit. By the time this comes out, that song's probably gonna be
Sure.
out on YouTube. What else?
What about
I'm in
on-
a movie.
Okay.
Respect Life. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Respect. Now, what about Instagram?
Instagram, my Instagram. Listen, if you have an Instagram, if your mother has an Instagram, if your grandmother has an Instagram, take their phone, go follow China Mac Music. It's China, like the country, Mac, like the hamburger, Mac, M-A-C, Music, M-U-S-I-C. Follow me and come into my world, support. You know what I'm saying? I love all my supporters, all my choppies, as I call it.
I love it. Listen. I'm looking forward to making sure that you stay home. I'm also looking forward to you not really fucking around with the gang shit anymore. And what I mean by that is sometimes some gang shit, this is the only thing I don't like about gangs, right? People will rep a set, whatever it is, blood, mafia, Chinese, whatever, and get locked up and nobody could even bail them out. So what the fuck am I repping?
Yeah.
Right, Matt? You know what I mean? Like I always talk about that. Like if I'm a rep, say if I'm a rep, a Blood or a Crip or a Nieta, and then I'm in jail, and nobody from the Nietas or Bloods that in my circle could bail me out.
He said nieta. You know you were old school when you said nieta.
No,
I never heard that shit in a long time.
But what I'm saying is, think about it. Like, I just...
No, you're right. You know what I'm saying? You're absolutely right. All the kids, all the people out there, if gangs, and I always preach this all the time. Gangs are not, they're not, you know what I mean? Like, be very careful when you do that shit. I don't do the gang shit. My gang shit has been over a long time ago. There isn't even any more Ghost Shadows out there. That shit is like defunct. It's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
got Chinese stars at home? Yeah.
Those stars?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It was official. When I grew up,
What the
I
fuck
fucked
type
with
of question
Chinese
was
stars.
that?
Nah.
Why would they? What the hell?
Yo, I knew somebody that had their joints in like a velvet, like, in a velvet like thing.
No.
Yeah, like an open case, and you open it. Yeah, man, I fuck with that shit. Like, I fuck with that shit, man.
Yo, Premium Pete, thank you for having me.
Oh,
bro.
man, listen, China Mac, I wish you the best, man. Internet, make sure you check for China Mac. Check what the fuck he's doing, man.
Yeah.
He listen, he ain't going back, okay?
Okay.
See you next episode. Peace.
Thank you for having me.
Internets, if you enjoyed that episode, I want you to email me at thepremiumpeteshow@gmail.com. Again, that's email is thepremiumpeteshow@gmail.com. Let me know what you thought. And listen, all my advertisers out there, all my big businesses, my small businesses, whoever, a friend, a store, you want to advertise on The Premium Pete Show? Email me at thepremiumpeteshow@gmail.com and let's get working. Okay? Make sure you subscribe, rate, leave a comment on all streaming platforms of the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll see you next episode. Cheer.